Hi, we are here with Evan from IsMyGirl and with,
This is Meatball.
okay, hi.
My wife and I are here in Palm Springs for the pandemic, and we have our 3 dogs with us, and this is my oldest daughter.
She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. How old is she?
She's going to be 6 this summer, and she's very chill.
That's great. So tell me a bit about yourself, Evan, because this is the first time I see you, so we don't know each other. So tell me a bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm the CEO of Create Media. We own premium social networks that we've built from the ground up, and we curate communities. So our first site was IsMyGirl. We have over 10,000 registered models on IsMyGirl. Our second community was Inked Girls, which was a collaboration with Quadra Media, which is the publisher of Inked magazine. We have thousands and thousands of inked models there. And our third community was IsMyGuy, which was our community for men. And that's our newest community. And we have new communities rolling out all the time. What's about me, I'm 25 years in the music business. You're in Romania. I used to come on tour with my old band Biohazard that I played with for many years, for over 20 years touring. The band was signed to Warner Brothers, and we had, gold and platinum records back in the 90s, showing my age here. I used to be an actor on an HBO series called Oz for about 6 seasons. And I've now been in the adult business for 20 years. This is my 19th year. I like to say 20, but I need one more year in to achieve that. Over the years, I've in the adult business, I've been a manager of some of the top talent in the industry. I've owned a talent agency. I've had 4 different production companies. I've owned pay sites. I've had cash programs. I've worked in partnership with some of the biggest and best companies in the industry. I do quite a bit of business with StreamMate. They're my partners in most of my businesses. I also own Porn Star Cam House, which has been running for 10 years. It's the longest running live sex show on the internet coming out of Los Angeles. We've shot over 2,500 of the top porn stars. You name them, we've shot them.
So you were telling me a bit about your experience, but now you have this amazing project that's called IsMyGirl, right?
Yeah. So we have 3 projects: IsMyGirl, IsMyGuy, and Inked Girls. And we have 2 new platforms launching this month. We have our premium video store launching this month as well. Our clip site, some people call it. We don't use a lot of the same industry terms because the majority of our models aren't coming directly from the adult business. We've kind of formed this new kind of hybrid. I mean, we have people who are like seasoned adult people, webcam performers, but we have, I would say, the core of our group are just influencers. People
Okay.
who are like, hey, I want to sell a premium version of my social media, and what does that mean? I think about 20% of our models really don't do any nudity. They just kind of do like fun, sexy Instagram, and they engage and they interact. And what we've done is we've kind of started a conversation, not just between our models and their fans, but all of our models can friend each other on our site and all DM each other and have a conversation. And models are messaging each other saying, hey, I have 20,000 followers and you have 50,000 followers on social media. Let's give each other a shout out and try to help each other make sales today and gain new followers and gain new fans. But what we're really proud of is, besides our community, is, we have 10 different revenue streams for our models,
Oh,
all
wow.
from one dashboard. So our models have recurring subscriptions. They have premium videos, which is an upsell. We have locked messages, which is a private message. You can send photos or a photo set or videos and charge for them. We have pay per minute live streaming, which exists in like 5 different things, like free, group chat, paid chat. We have something called Fan Cam, which is like a FaceTime, like what we're doing one-on-one. We have a premium Snapchat integration for those who want it. We have tipping. We have referrals. We even have something called custom vids where fans can make a request and say, hey, we want a video like this. And the models have an actual negotiation and a conversation with the fan about how much they're going to charge and what it is. And we're constantly rolling out new features and new ways for our models to make money, to promote themselves, whether it be on Twitter or Instagram. And we do a ton of marketing. I think what really separates us from the fan platforms is that we have about 5 million social media followers of our own. You know, we have 3 different Instagram accounts that are huge, and we probably have 10 that are smaller, and we cross promote with all of our models. And, you know, although I've been 20 years in the adult business and I've owned studios and things, I started managing talent, and I always come at this from the side of the talent, because I was a musician and I was the talent in my life. But, you know, even early on in the adult business, when I had best-selling movies that were being distributed by Vivid and being broadcast by Hustler, I was always thinking to myself, these companies are really unnecessary. Like, these kind of studio production companies, like those who create really high-end or exclusive content will always be viable. But people who are just shooting random porn, like, hello, porn is free on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, you can go to Pornhub and X videos and no one ever has to pay for just some porn. But what people are willing to pay for, a lot like my experience in the music industry, when people stopped buying my records, they still came to the concert and they still wanted to have an experience. And the reason our models do so well and make so much money, and we have so many models that make over 30 grand a month, and you might not know them because they're not from porn. They're just people from Instagram who have not been overexposed by having a bunch of Pornhub videos out there. You know, the same thing that makes a lot of people famous in porn kind of pre-dilutes and cannibalizes their brand and their ability to sell their own content. Where we're trying to educate our models, you are a business, your brand is valuable, keep your content as exclusive as possible, because somewhere somebody likes you and will pay not only to access your content, but to have engagement and have experience with you. And we see even small influencers make a great deal of money on our site because they really do engage with their fans and don't just throw up a bunch of content. But when I see models being really loyal to some fan platform that doesn't even have a homepage, with like they're out promoting their link and they're the only ones promoting it, I'm like, why? I'm like, you should join a platform like ours, IsMyGirl, that has millions of visitors to the homepage, and you're going to get new fans from logging on to our platform. And then we post our models on our social media all day long. We're not like entitled and expect our models to do all the promotion. We know that models have a choice and they can go anywhere. And, you know, I believe the biggest commodity in our industry today is talent.
That's true.
You know, too many people think their platform is important. Too many people think that, you know, one particular star is important. And for us, it's about building a community and knowing that the more popular our platform gets and the more popular models that come to our platform, the more our whole community benefits. Because if somebody signs up to join, to follow and subscribe to a model's content feed on IsMyGirl, we're immediately going to suggest a dozen other models that our algorithm pulls up that you might like. And we try to help each and every one of our models to gain new fans and make new video sales and make new live stream connections. And those who understand this isn't just about content, because you have to remember what we said on this call, content is free on the internet, you know, unless you have something really specific, you know. So we're doing
how easy is it? Like, let's say that I want to join IsMyGirl. How easy is it for me, or do I have to fill up some requirements to join your platform? How's it work?
So for models to sign up on our platform, it's completely free, and it's just, you know, we have an application online. It's actually, our new application is launching, I want to say Monday or Tuesday. That's a little shorter. We've kind of condensed it a bit. But, you know, we collect all the important data to be compliant and to make sure everything is correct. As long as you're 18 or over and you have, you know, you can prove who you are. You know, we ask not only for your ID, and we ask for your social media so we can verify you. And we have all our models like take a photo holding up their ID so we can verify you are the person who has the ID in your hand. You're not an ex-boyfriend, or you're not, some producer. And, we welcome studios, and the way we work with the studios is a little different. Is studios are signing up 30 of their models, but the models sign up directly, and we pay the studios kind of like an agency fee, 5% for life of the earnings of the model. The models are not taxed for having a studio. We pay it out of our end.
Okay.
Right now, I'm going to send you a graphic in the chat, but right now we just launched our coronavirus relief program, which was announced on XBiz and by Free Speech Coalition.
I saw that with
We are doing
100%.
100% payout to our models. And this is open to any models. Anyone who wants to sign up on our site.
I will add this to the video when it's done, so you guys can see what we're talking about.
Okay. And I just sent you a link to our models portal, which is ismygirl.com/models. And there's a video there from a few of our models that collaborated to tell everybody about this exciting thing that we wanted to give back a little bit, being that we really, our philosophy is that our models are the commodity. Our technology supports them, our marketing supports them, but we realize without our models, we don't have a business. So we wanted to give something back. So for 60 days, we're paying our models 100% of the earnings after credit card processing, which comes out to 87.5% of the, almost 90% of the gross. Which if you've ever been around the adult business, you understand there are fees for credit card processing, and we calculate a little extra for refunds and chargebacks as a kind of normal cost of doing business. And we're passing through all of the profits to our models, because we realize a lot of people are stuck in the house and maybe they've lost other revenue streams, and we want to be a lifeline. We wanted to be a safety net for the people who've helped us become so successful.
Have you seen an increase in the number of models that joined your platform during this whole pandemic thing?
Yeah, our model signups are up.
How about the traffic? How's that going?
Traffic is up 30%. Model signups are up like 300%.
Oh, wow.
And sales are up, I want to say, it's really incredible what's happened in the last 2 weeks, but sales are up 40%. Wow. And everybody's interested that in the new normal, the new reality, that in this gig economy, a person, male or female, who has social media, which is 99.9% of the world, might see a platform like ours. Why we attract, I think, all of these kind of, because adult stars do great on our platform, and webcam performers do great, and clip artists do great on our platform. But why we've been attracting this kind of new hybrid social media star is because the feedback that I get, because I don't judge my own site, is that there's no nudity on our site until you pay. So it seems kind of like an elegant modeling agency for sexy Instagram models, and it's something cool and socially accepted to be part of. And that's kind of the story that a lot of the media outlets have been looking at our site and saying, well, when you go to a lot of webcam sites, there's a lot of really graphic nudity right there. And for people who want that, that's great. But there's a lot of people in the middle who like, hey, I'd like to sell sexy content to my fans, but maybe I don't want to have my legs spread for free on the internet and be seen fully nude for free. It's not, what everybody does is what everybody does, but we've kind of created this new lane for people who want their image to be social and look kind of classy, or however they see themselves, and then behind the paywall they can do whatever they like.
So basically it's this influencer marketing platform with the possibility of the models, the performers, to sell content, to sell their things in private and do whatever the hell they want in private, right?
It's very flexible, it's very convertible, and really the models can use it any way they want. And we're constantly listening to our models who are saying, like, right now we're working on a thing, because a lot of the models, they like, hey, we want to do a trial or we want different pricing, we create it. If a model says, hey, we have an idea for a new feature, we build it.
That's
Um,
awesome.
we listen, the site was really designed by our models. I won't take any credit for it. Almost every feature was like one of our models sending us a text or an email going, hey, have you guys thought about this? What if we took, a lot of us work with photographers. What if we were able to like put a price tag on like a photo gallery with like 50 pictures? We want to sell that to our fans. Okay, so we introduce premium galleries and we create it and the models use it. And sometimes these things are great and sometimes they take time and sometimes our ideas are better than others, but it's not for lack of us trying anything. And if you're a model and you're watching this and you have some ideas and you're looking at our platform, you're like, I really like IsMyGirl, but I wish they had this other feature. models@ismygirl.com is our email address. We answer them all and we listen to them all because we understand that the models know more than we do. Because
Absolutely.
I'm not a 22-year-old Instagram model, and I recognize that. The best I can do is listen and try to take our models' ideas and turn them into realities.
We have a lot of people, a lot of models from Colombia, from Romania, from Russia that are watching this, that will be watching this in a lot of studios. Do you serve other type of models or
We
just
serve all. Well, my wife is Colombian. Mi esposa es colombiana.
Oh.
And in our office, we have Spanish-speaking people in our office. We have Ukrainian-speaking people. But we do our best to service everybody. And we have models in 75 countries around the world.
Okay, perfect.
We have a lot of models in the Philippines. We probably have more models in the Philippines per capita than anywhere but America. We have a big shout out to all of our Filipino models. You guys are killing it. I think we've proven the concept that if you're an influencer and you have even 1,000 social media followers, you can be a business starting today. Just sign up. We'll approve your application the same day, and you can start posting and making money. Just make sure you complete the application is the only thing I can say, because some people, they're like, oh, I don't feel like putting my ID. We're not going to allow you to be on our site without an ID. So
absolutely.
If you're Romanian, if you're from the East, if you're from South America, doesn't matter where you're from, you're all welcome. We need to see your government ID, get you logged on. If you're a studio, sign up your models, make commissions. We do have a few referrers who've referred thousands of models, some who've referred hundreds, some who've referred dozens. But if you think about it, and you refer one big model, and that's the next model who's making 20 grand every 2 weeks, you might make $2,000 a month just signing them up. So it's a pretty symbiotic thing.
Okay.
Payouts are every 2 weeks. We pay on the 1st and the 15th for the prior pay period. Payouts are, 99.9% on time and in full. We don't have a lot of complaints. We pay people different ways. We mostly pay by direct bank deposit. If you're somebody who has a payment solution, a great way for us to pay models in other countries, and there are no hidden fees because we're not into that. We'll integrate you into our payment platform. Right now we're about to integrate Cosmo Pay because they have a good prepaid card situation, and we've tried some other things. But there are a lot of times that people try to get tricky and they try to charge the models to take the money out of their account.
Okay.
Like, what are you thinking? If you have a solution for us, be transparent. Don't try to trick our models to get an extra buck. We will delete you from our platform.
Good. That's good. You're helping the models. You're taking care of them. This is perfect.
This was our goal from the beginning, to create a one-stop shop for webcam models, porn stars, Instagram models, or anybody who just has an idea about how they want to interact with their fans. Because, we just had a big story in the press about one of our models who's like in her 70s. And she's making a ton of money. And we think it's great. And maybe this should be a thing that lots of older people are doing. I don't think this is limited. So
Absolutely. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. You know, that doesn't stop. You can always make money. You can always do this. This is absolutely great. So I haven't seen you at a lot of shows, or what, wasn't I looking that hard?
no, honestly, back when you know, my previous companies that I owned, that we were doing more traditional movies and broadcast and pay sites. I used to come to a lot of shows, but maybe during my first 10 years in the industry. And over the last few years, I've kind of really been head down focused on technology. And we presented at the last, I spoke on a panel at the last XBiz conference in LA, alongside some really amazing people, owners of other platforms. Um, and it was really interesting. And then we put on a seminar at XBiz, and I was at the last XBiz Miami, and I actually did a walk around at AVN this year, but I haven't been traveling to a lot of shows. We're going to start. Um, we're going to start now because we really wanted to focus on our Bucharest summit. Hey, I love Romania. I had a lot of fun touring there with my band in the 90s and the early 2000s, and love to come back, see all the beautiful people. And we'll come see you guys. We'll be there.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'd love to have you over, and we have a bunch of models, a lot of
Yeah.
studios, small studios as well, that are looking for new platforms to work with their models.
Yeah. And I
And
mean, one thing I want to comment on is that we're happy to have everybody on our platform. We welcome all. But what I definitely see is there's this kind of new panicky behavior that a lot of models and studios are subscribing to. They're afraid to let go of anything. And there's this kind of school of thought of, well, if I'm on more platforms, that's going to be better for me. And I think in some cases they might be right. And in some cases, I think we listen the same way we listen to our models, we listen to our users, and we have millions of users. And some of the feedback that we get is like, hey, when we follow some model on social media and she has a bunch of links going to 20 different places, we're confused and we don't know where to go. And I think a lot of times models are making a mistake, because I think if you're a model and you have content on IsMyGirl, and you're also on a webcam site, and you're also on OnlyFans or Just for Fans or Fan Central or any of our competitors that do amazing things in their own right, I think your fans go, wait a second. The model, you can't really be on all these platforms at once. You're probably just posting the same couple of videos around. And I think that's good for fans who are loyal to a platform, who just want to log in and get the content. But the negative feedback we're getting from fans is they're calling bullshit. They're saying, fuck, man, if some model, male or female, has 5 links and they have an IsMyGirl and a ManyVids and an OnlyFans, and they're on Cam Soda and they're on StreamMate, a lot of times the models go, well, I'm going to wait for my model to be on the platform that I like. Or a lot of times it's backfiring, and the fans are saying, you know what? The model looks like a chicken head to me because they have too many links, and I'm never going to get a hold of them. So I'm just going to go to Pornhub and look at their free videos.
okay, this
And in
is such
some,
an interesting perspective, because I've been talking to a lot of people, and so many have been telling me like it is good to have your content spread all over. So this
and
is an
some people are
interesting perspective.
finding it's good for them as a creator, and we're not telling them not to do it. We're saying, hey, if you're on 10 platforms, add ours as one. We'd love to have you. And please recognize, there are a lot of like fan platforms that don't even have a homepage for people to gain new followers. So we kind of dare them. We say, stop promoting them. You'll see you won't get one new fan from them.
Mm-hmm.
You could sign up on our site, not even promote it. You'll get a couple, but we promote better the girls and guys that promote themselves. So it's a reward system. So if you
Absolutely.
have 100,000 followers on Instagram and you post on your Instagram, hey, swipe up to get my IsMyGirl account content and live stream with me and access my videos, and you tag us in your post, we'll post you to 2 million people to our account and kind of take your post and amplify it. Because we
Yes.
can promote as many people as we want, but obviously we're going to promote those that are promoting us. It becomes like a partnership. So if
Exactly.
you're a model or a studio and you're looking for good partners who will not only provide you with technology and ways to make money and the highest industry payout right now, come sign up at ismygirl.com, and we'll
Right
see you
there.
guys all at the Bucharest Summit next year.
Yep. With
I'm gonna see if
Meatball.
Meatball can come.
She needs to travel. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me and
Thank you,
letting us know your
Andra.
things. Thank you.
Thank you, Andra. Thank you to our friends from Bucharest Summit. Thanks, Marissa. Thanks
Shout
to our
out to
amazing
Marissa.
shout out to our
Congratulations.
shout out to our amazing partners from StreamMate, our amazing partners from Inked, and of course, and first and foremost, all of our amazing models that make our community rich and robust and growing every day. And if you're a model and you make any content at all, even if it's just teasing and softcore content that you would normally post on Instagram, take that shit off of Instagram, create an Is My Girl profile, take your social
Monetize
media,
it.
take your social media. Don't think you have to be hardcore. You have to do porn. I would tell you that almost half of the models on our site are really only doing soft core of some kind that I would classify as, being 20 years in the industry. And they're making amazing money without compromising themselves or doing anything outside of their comfort zone. And it's kind of the mantra we preach. And if you don't know what you're doing, sign up, and you're intimidated, you're scared, we'll assign you a mentor. We'll assign you another model who can help you and show you the way. And if you only speak some language, we'll find someone who speaks that language and we'll connect you guys. You can friend each other and have your own conversation and join our community.
Thank you so much, Evan. Thank you.
Hi,
Have an
Andra.
awesome
Take
day.
care.